In the annals of human history, few creations have inspired as much fear and awe as the atomic bomb. This singular invention, born from the minds of brilliant scientists, forever altered the course of civilization. It was a weapon of such immense power that it could obliterate entire cities in the blink of an eye, leaving behind a legacy of devastation and a haunting reminder of humanity's capacity for destruction. Born from the crucible of World War II, it ushered in a new era marked by both unprecedented peril and the promise of unimaginable progress. The atomic bomb was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of human ingenuity and the terrifying potential of scientific advancement. It represented a turning point, a moment when the world realized that the power to destroy itself was now within its grasp. Yet, even as the world grappled with the implications of this newfound power, a secret project was already underway, one that aimed to push the boundaries of destruction even further. This clandestine endeavor was shrouded in mystery, known only to a select few. It was a project that sought to create a weapon so devastating that it would make the atomic bomb seem like a mere firecracker in comparison. This was Project Sundial, a weapon to end all wars by ending the world itself. Conceived in the darkest corners of military strategy, Sundial was envisioned as the ultimate deterrent, a weapon so powerful that its mere existence would prevent any rational actor from contemplating war. It was the embodiment of a grim philosophy, that peace could only be maintained through the threat of absolute annihilation. Conceived in the depths of the Cold War, Sundial was the embodiment of a terrifying logic, that the only way to deter nuclear war was to possess a weapon so powerful, so catastrophic, that no nation would dare unleash its own arsenal. The Cold War era was a time of intense rivalry and suspicion, where superpowers engaged in a high-stakes game of brinkmanship, each side amassing ever more destructive arsenals in a bid to outdo the other. It was a gamble with the fate of humanity, a bet on mutually assured destruction as the ultimate guarantor of peace. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, posited that the sheer scale of devastation promised by nuclear war would ensure that no rational actor would ever initiate conflict. It was a precarious balance, a tightrope walk over the abyss, where the slightest misstep could lead to catastrophe. This essay delves into the history of Project Sundial, exploring its origins, its potential consequences, and its enduring legacy, in a world still grappling with the threat of nuclear annihilation. We will journey through the shadowy corridors of power, uncovering the secrets of this ominous project, and reflect on the lessons it holds for us today. In a world where the specter of nuclear war still looms, understanding the past is crucial to navigating the future. To grasp the sheer scale of Project Sundial, one must first understand the weapon it sought to create. This was no ordinary weapon, but a marvel of scientific ambition and a testament to the terrifying potential of human ingenuity. Unlike conventional atomic bombs, which relied on nuclear fission to unleash their destructive power, Sundial aimed to transcend the limitations of fission. Sundial aimed to harness the energy of nuclear fusion, the same process that powers the sun. Fusion, unlike fission, involves merging atomic nuclei to release energy, a process that occurs naturally in the heart of stars. The result would be a hydrogen bomb of unimaginable power, a weapon orders of magnitude more destructive than anything ever detonated. This was not just a step forward in destructive capability, it was a quantum leap. Imagine, if you will, the devastation wrought by the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those bombs, as horrific as they were, would pale in comparison to the might of a fusion-based weapon. Now, multiply that destruction 1,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold. The energy released in a fusion reaction is exponentially greater, capable of leveling entire regions in the blink of an eye. Entire cities would be vaporized in an instant, the very landscape reshaped by the unimaginable heat and force. The shockwaves would ripple across continents, leaving nothing but desolation in their wake. Such was the terrifying potential of Sundial, a weapon capable of wiping entire civilizations off the map. It was a grim reminder of the dual-edged sword of scientific progress, where the quest for knowledge can lead to both creation and unparalleled destruction. The first half of the 20th century witnessed an unprecedented acceleration of scientific and technological advancement. From the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903 to the dawn of the atomic age in 1945, humanity's ability to harness the forces of nature seemed to know no bounds. Yet, this era of progress was also marked by profound social and political upheaval. The horrors of two world wars, fought with increasingly destructive weapons, shattered the illusion of progress and left the world teetering on the brink of annihilation. It was against this backdrop of fear and uncertainty that the seeds of Project Sundial were sown. The Cold War, which gripped the world in its icy grip following World War II, was a time of unprecedented tension and paranoia. Nations were on edge, and the threat of nuclear annihilation loomed large over every decision made by world leaders. The ideological battle between capitalism and communism was not just a political struggle, but a fight for the very soul of humanity. The United States and the Soviet Union, recently allied against Nazi Germany, now found themselves locked in a deadly rivalry, each side possessing enough nuclear weapons to obliterate the other many times over. This arms race led to the development of increasingly powerful and sophisticated weapons, each more terrifying than the last. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, became the grim reality of the era. The fear of nuclear war permeated every aspect of life, from international relations to everyday conversations. Families discussed evacuation plans, schools held regular drills, and the media was filled with stories of potential nuclear fallout. The psychological impact of living under the constant threat of annihilation was profound, affecting the collective consciousness of entire generations. Duck and cover drills became commonplace, and bomb shelters sprouted in backyards across America. Civil defense measures were promoted as a way to protect citizens, but they also served as a constant reminder of the ever-present danger. The government distributed pamphlets and produced films to educate the public on how to survive a nuclear attack, though many doubted their effectiveness. It was in this climate of existential dread that the idea of a weapon like Sundial could take root, a testament to the lengths to which fear could drive even the most rational minds. Scientists and military strategists alike grappled with the moral and ethical implications of their work, often questioning whether the pursuit of such destructive power was worth the potential cost to humanity. The Cold War era remains a stark reminder of how fear can shape the course of history. Section 5. The Architect of Armageddon. No figure looms larger in the history of nuclear weapons than Edward Teller, the Hungarian-American physicist often referred to as the father of the hydrogen bomb. A brilliant but controversial figure, Teller was a staunch advocate for the development of ever more powerful nuclear weapons, arguing that such weapons were essential to deterring Soviet aggression. Teller's relentless pursuit of nuclear superiority, coupled with his belief that the United States had a moral imperative to stay ahead in the arms race, made him a key figure in the push for Project Sundial. His unwavering faith in the deterrent power of nuclear weapons, no matter how destructive, would have profound consequences for the world. Section 6. Unleashing the Fury of Stars. Unlike atomic bombs, which relied on the splitting of heavy atoms like uranium and plutonium, hydrogen bombs harness the power of nuclear fusion, the same process that fuels the sun. This involves fusing together light atomic nuclei, such as those of hydrogen isotopes deuterium and tritium, under immense temperatures and pressures, releasing staggering amounts of energy in the process. The destructive power of a hydrogen bomb dwarfs that of its fission-based counterparts. While the atomic bombs dropped on Japan released energy equivalent to tens of thousands of tons of TNT, a hydrogen bomb can unleash the equivalent of millions of tons, or even megatons, of TNT. Section 7. Sundial's shadow over tomorrow. Had Project Sundial come to fruition, it would have resulted in a weapon of unimaginable destructive power. The exact specifications of the Sundial device remain shrouded in secrecy, but some estimates suggest it could have yielded an explosion in the gigaton range, equivalent to billions of tons of TNT. The detonation of such a weapon would have had catastrophic global consequences. The immediate blast radius would have encompassed hundreds of square miles, instantly obliterating everything within it. A massive fireball, many times hotter than the surface of the sun, would have ignited infernos across vast distances, while a shockwave of unimaginable force would have leveled structures and generated devastating tsunamis. Section 8. The Legacy of Fear. While Project Sundial was ultimately shelved, its legacy continues to haunt us today. The specter of nuclear annihilation still hangs over humanity, a stark reminder of the destructive power we possess. The Cold War may be over, but the threat of nuclear war remains all too real. Thousands of nuclear weapons remain scattered across the globe, many on high alert, ready to be launched at a moment's notice. The risk of accidental detonation, miscalculation, or even intentional use is a constant threat. Section 9. A Call to Reason. The story of Project Sundial serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked technological advancement and the importance of ethical considerations in scientific pursuits. In our quest for knowledge and power, we must never lose sight of our shared humanity. The pursuit of weapons like Sundial is not a testament to our ingenuity, but a reflection of our capacity for self-destruction. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, let us strive to create a world where such weapons are relegated to the dustbin of history, and where the pursuit of peace, not power, guides our actions.